Web development in 2025, an evolving landscape. Web development is not dying, but rapidly evolving due to several key factors. The demand for skilled developers remains strong, with 59.16% of web traffic now coming from smartphones, emphasizing the importance of mobile-first design. AI is revolutionizing web development by enhancing user experiences, automating processes, and personalizing content. Tools like GitHub Copilot and GPT Engineer are becoming more prevalent, assisting developers with coding, debugging, and testing. These AI tools can help generate and translate between different web languages like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. While frameworks like React remain popular, especially with Next.js, newer options like Solid.js and Svelte are gaining traction, particularly for smaller projects and startups. Adopting a mobile-first approach is essential, ensuring websites are responsive and user-friendly on smaller screens. This means designing for the smallest screens first, focusing on essential content, and progressively enhancing the experience for larger screens. Back-end knowledge, including APIs, databases, and authentication, remains crucial even with the rise of serverless and no-code tools. To summarize, web development in 2025 is characterized by continuous evolution through AI integration, the dominance of mobile traffic, emerging frameworks, and the ongoing importance of back-end knowledge. Adaptability remains the key to success in this rapidly changing landscape. Let's examine the key trends shaping the future of web development in 2025 and beyond. AI integration is fundamentally changing how websites are built. Automated code generation has become increasingly common, allowing developers to create complex features with minimal manual coding. AI tools now assist with everything from generating HTML structures to optimizing CSS animations and creating JavaScript functions, enhancing both development speed and quality. Progressive web apps continue to bridge the gap between web and native applications. They offer offline capabilities, fast loading times, and a consistent user experience across all devices, all while being more cost-effective to develop than native apps. Headless CMS architecture has gained significant traction. This approach separates the content backend from the presentation layer, providing flexibility for delivering content across multiple channels while enhancing security and performance. Optimizing websites for voice search has become crucial as this technology gains traction. Natural language processing and AI are driving this trend, requiring developers to adapt how content is structured and delivered. Low-code and no-code platforms are accelerating development timelines and democratizing web creation. These tools enable non-technical users to build sophisticated websites and applications with minimal coding knowledge. WebAssembly, serverless architecture, and edge computing are revolutionizing how web applications are built and deployed. These technologies enable near-native performance in browsers while simplifying infrastructure management and improving global content delivery. Cybersecurity remains a critical consideration with increasing online threats. Zero-trust architecture and privacy-first development approaches are becoming standard practices for web developers. Accessibility is no longer optional. Inclusive design practices ensure websites are usable by everyone, including people with disabilities, while adhering to WCAG standards. Augmented and virtual reality technologies are creating more engaging and interactive online environments. The WebXR API is enabling immersive experiences directly in the browser. Finally, sustainable development practices are gaining importance. Optimizing code efficiency and reducing energy consumption are becoming key considerations in web development projects. HTML, or Hypertext Markup Language, is the standard markup language for creating web pages. Think of HTML as the skeleton of a website. It provides the structure and content that browsers display. HTML uses elements represented by tags to define headings, paragraphs, images, links, and more. These tags tell the browser how to display the content. For example, the HTML tag is the root element. Head contains metadata like the title, and body holds the visible content. Different HTML tags serve different purposes. Each tag has a specific function in structuring a web page. HTML5 is the current dominant version, used by over 90% of websites, and it's constantly evolving, with HTML6 on the horizon. Understanding HTML is crucial because it's the foundation of all web development. It's also often the first language learned by aspiring web developers. Without HTML, there would be no websites as we know them. Every HTML document follows a fundamental structure. Let's examine the essential components. The doc type declaration tells the browser, this is an HTML5 document. HTML elements are the building blocks of web pages. They are defined by tags, which usually come in pairs. Attributes provide additional information about HTML elements. They appear in the opening tag and consist of a name and a value. The document object model, or DOM, represents the HTML document as a tree structure. Each element, attribute, and piece of text becomes a node in this tree. This hierarchical representation allows JavaScript to access and manipulate the content, structure, and style of a web page. Semantic HTML uses meaningful tags to describe the content's purpose rather than just how it should look. Examples include header, nav, section, article, and footer tags. Using semantic elements improves accessibility for users with screen readers, enhances SEO for better search rankings, and makes your code more maintainable. HTML provides the fundamental structure that browsers use to render web pages. The code you write directly influences what users see on the screen. Modern websites integrate HTML with a variety of other technologies to create rich, interactive experiences. CSS handles styling and layout, JavaScript adds interactivity, APIs connect to external data sources, and emerging technologies like AI, AR, and VR create immersive web experiences.